if you notice here, the playoff picture,
Oh yeah.
and it's
Woohoo!
not updated by the way, because it says Lions Vikings taking on the Rams, but we know that it's going to be Vikings Rams Monday night. So we got on Saturday afternoon, um, Chargers Texans. I'm gonna go Chargers with this one. I feel like Jim Harbaugh with running being able to now the question is the Texans, as much as we gave them shit, they actually kept Derrick Henry in check when ish somewhat. Um but they're just banged up. The Texans, they're gonna get. I'll be shocked if the Chargers don't win this game by more than 10. What about you?
I will give it to the Chargers. I don't trust CJ Stroud. I think I would trust the offense and Justin Herbert. I can't believe I'm about to say this out loud. I would trust Justin Herbert more than I trust CJ Stroud. And I like the weapons of the Vikings more. I'll give the Chargers more. I'll give it to the Chargers. I don't look. You could only score. You're saying that he. Oh yeah, they checked. They kept Derrick Henry in check. Not last game. It don't matter what they did last game. 31-2.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to give it to. I'm gonna have to give it to the Chargers. I
Yep.
think Jim Harbaugh's a better coach too.
Yep. And this is proof. It's gonna further prove that CJ Stroud needs his weapons.
Yep.
He's gonna fall in that Brock Purdy mold where he can't elevate the rest of his roster, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. He needs
Next
to be
game
elevated. He needs to be elevated.
That Saturday night. I haven't come to an informed decision if we should stream that or not, considering the fact about we saw what happened last time when these two teams met up. But Ravens Steelers, I'm going Ravens because
Mhm.
Russell Wilson's finally falling off a cliff. It was nice to see that he was actually doing well. The Steelers were doing well. They were 10-3 at one point, but when they got to that competition, when they faced the Eagles, they went down to reality and they ended the season with a 4-game losing streak, including a loss to the Bengals, who aren't even in the tournament.
Correct.
To say, like, damn.
I'll give it to the Ravens, and especially all that you said, especially because uh, uh, Derrick Henry is just they don't use him much, but when they do, by God, it's just crazy. He knows how to run. I trust Zay Flowers and Isaiah Likely and because they're likely to win. Ha. And I look early on. You can trust Lamar. Can you trust Lamar in the AFC championship? We'll see. I the Steelers again. Someone had to come back down to earth, and unfortunately, it had to be the Steelers. Ravens have had a couple games where you're questioning. They lost to the Raiders early on. That was very early in the season, like game two.
They did lose to Pittsburgh in
Did
Baltimore
lose. That's right.
in the regular season, so
But I'm gonna give it to Baltimore because I just think Russell Wilson isn't playoff ready, and he doesn't have the strongest weapons either.
no, George Pickens dropping passes like
Exactly. We just saw it yesterday.
yep.
And also, whose defense do you trust more? Probably the Ravens.
TJ Watt is going to be a problem, but I'm still going to go
I'm
Baltimore.
I'm still going Baltimore. They have a solution to T.J. Watt.
Yeah. All right, then we move on to the Sunday matchups. First is going to be a 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific matchup. Bo Nix and the Broncos taking on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. Um, the Broncos blew out the Chiefs, but it was a bunch of second and third string players, and they were kind of before this game, they were riding that losing streak
Yep.
coming into the week. So I'm sorry, Buffalo has this hands down. They're
They have it in the bag. They're gonna get
like
those
maybe the what's enticing is Sean Payton back in the playoffs, and let's see how he coaches. Again, another one of those games where I, we'll think about streaming that, just for the hell of it. Um,
I'm gonna give it to the Bills because
they can't stop Josh Allen. I'm sorry. Like,
No, and Josh
And
Allen
Bo
is on a
Nix.
good streak. Bo Nix.
We saw it last week. We streamed that game. He's not ready for big time.
So I said I'm gonna give it to the Bills.
Yep.
So that he's not good in big time. You go against Joe Burrow, who is different Joe Burrow, against a Bengals team that's banged up. They were at 4-8 at the beginning of the year. No, I'm gonna give it to the Bills. I just trust Josh Allen in the playoffs a little bit more. Do I trust him to go to the Super Bowl? No, but do I trust him to blow past the competition in the first and second rounds? Yeah, I do. Sorry, I just don't see Bo Nix able to. And I think that who's the coach of the Bills? What's his name?
Sean McDermott.
Sean McDermott is a better coach than Sean McVay.
Sean Payton.
Sean Payton, whatever his name is. They're all Sean's. I'm sorry, I like Sean Payton, but that hard ass mentality, that getting them in order. And by the way, they couldn't get stops against the Bengals. Remember?
Mm-mm.
And then in overtime, they kept giving the ball back to Cincinnati. So I'm going Bills.
And then today like I said, they played Carson Wentz and a bunch of backups. So
Yeah, you can beat a bunch of backups, but you can't beat if you would have put Isaiah Pacheco and Travis Kelce and Patrick Mahomes and all the Chris Jones, all those guys out there. This would have been a whole different result. Broncos would be out of the playoffs. So
yep. All right, and then the Sunday afternoon matchup, Packers-Eagles rematch of that Brazil game, although Jordan Love is another one of those where, again, not ready for big time. Lost twice to the Detroit Lions, lost to the Eagles in Brazil. They lost to the Bears earlier today. Like I'm gonna go Eagles, unfortunately here. Like maybe Green Bay. That could be my upset pick, honestly. And maybe the Packers say, hey, we knocked out an NFC East team last year. We can do it again. But again,
Nope.
not this time. I'm sorry. Like, it's not. With Saquon Barkley playing the way that he's playing, I don't think so.
That's an MVP, and I hate Saquon Barkley because he's playing on two of our rival teams, and I hate the Giants. I hate the Eagles. He's having an MVP caliber season. You're not that man can run the effing football like nobody's business. Funny how he did it with the Giants, but it means more on the Eagles. And they beat out an NFC East team last year that was badly broken in the Dallas Cowboys. You beat them 48-16. You are not going to. By the way, you could not beat the San Francisco 49ers, however. So I don't really want to hear Green Bay. Jordan Love, I like Jordan Love. I've always loved him. Love, get it? But first off, Green Bay is kind of old too. You notice a lot of their weapons are older. Christian Walker, especially, who played with Aaron Rodgers. So I'm gonna give it to the Eagles now because I want to. But Jalen, what's his name? Jalen Hurts is a whole different animal.
And speaking of that, who knows if he's because we haven't heard anything.
Yeah. Who knows if he – I mean, they're probably saying he's injured just to keep him ready for next weekend, and that could be true, and that's a smart move for the Eagles. Look, I give it to the Eagles because I trust Saquon Barkley more than I trust Christian Walker. I trust him, but more than I trust any of the other guys on the Panthers, and I trust Jalen Hurts more than I trust Jordan Love, and I trust Nick Sirianni a little bit more. Because he didn't change up the coordinators, like he did last year, like a dumbass. What a stupid idiot. I think Nick Sirianni is going to blow past Green Bay. That's going to be a high-scoring game.
Yeah. And then Sunday night, Washington.
Oh, boy. I'm going Bucks just because I want Washington to lose. And Baker Mayfield has actual playoff experience, unlike Jayden Daniels. However, I trust Washington's weapons. I trust Scary Terry. I trust who's that running back you guys have? Oh my God,
so many. It's a running back by committee. Mainly.
So anyway, I trust Brian Robinson. However, I trust the Bucs defense a little bit more.
Well, remember that Bucs defense banked up. Just saying.
true. But you're saying St. Jude's, Michael Davis,
No, that is also true. Like,
the only guy I
and
trust.
Marshawn Lattimore is questionable. They're saying that he could play, but I'll believe it when I'll see it.
Even if you put Marshawn Lattimore, he's not going to solve all your problems. Well, you know what? Actually,
Shut down Mike Evans.
he'll shut down Mike Evans, and that's what you need. Isn't Chris Godwin still on there?
But he's hurt. He got hurt, remember, during that Ravens game?
Yep. So I'm going to give it to the Bucks just because I trust Jared Goff a little bit more.
Baker Mayfield.
I'm sorry. So you. I trust pastry chef Baker Mayfield a little bit more in the playoffs. I think today, Jaden Daniels has had a couple games this season where you're like, what are you doing? I think today was just, F it. Who cares? We're going to end up in the 6th seed anyway. I don't care. Whatever. Who cares? So I'll give it to Tampa because I'm a Cowboys fan and we hate Washington and you guys are frauds. But I'm going to give it to Tampa.
Boy, what are you going to say if they win next week? I can't wait.
Guys are still frauds. Like the Cowboys. Although those are big frauds right there. I just trust Mike Evans, and I trust Baker Mayfield a little bit more. You guys concerned me today. You guys could have blown past the Cowboys and just and you didn't. Although Marcus Mariota did really well, so I'm gonna give it to the Bucks.
Yeah, same here. Mainly because I just don't. You take away Jaden Daniels' legs and his ability to run. Now, granted, when these two teams faced off in Week 1, Jaden Daniels ran for 2 touchdowns, but
Right.
And he couldn't complete a pass to save his life. And him and Terry just not connecting over 2 weeks is very concerning. So, you know, and you can't Alameda Zaccheaus off and on can go one game with catching eight catches and then drops another in a big moment like
today on that reverse catch. Yeah.
Yep. So I'm gonna go Tampa as well, and the Monday night.
Oh boy.
Vikings Rams, and the question is, will the refs screw the Vikings like they did last time in that Thursday night matchup?
Yes. The answer, yes.
So
it's like whoever goes against the Chiefs. Are the refs gonna? Yes, the refs are gonna ref. They're gonna do what refs do and give it to the Chiefs.
So, but
I'm giving it to LA.
Yeah. I think Matthew Stafford wants to prove something. Is he gonna go all the way? No, but I do think that, especially with Sam Darnold, showing what he did tonight. The Rams basically can just study that and they're like, okay, we got this, and then boom, problem solved.
I can just run a blitz on Sam Darnold and force him out of field goal range or force a turnover on downs in the red zone. Okay, got it. Okay, that's our game plan. Let's go. That's literally all you got to do.
Yeah, and
he's not well protected. He's not well protected.
And the Vikings, granted, the Vikings defense is formidable. But Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp, good luck.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to stop Puka Nacua. Cooper Kupp, I can see a little bit more. But Puka Nacua is not going to cool down to the Minnesota defense.
Yeah.
Get it?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, anyway.
Unfortunately. But that'll do it for our playoff predictions. The plan is do a Saturday night stream. Hopefully Aaron can join us then, so that way we can play that fun little cute clip.
Woo-wee. So I got the times wrong.
But the playoff schedule is as follows, at least for us. I'll just do post games for each of the playoffs regardless, and I'll post it on my YouTube channel and on TikTok and all that good stuff. But at least for wild card round, we're gonna do Ravens Steelers Saturday night, Bills Broncos Sunday afternoon / morning, Commanders Bucks Sunday night, and then we're gonna wrap it up Vikings Rams Monday night. Those are the 4 streams we got.
Yep. Damn, it's gonna be a long weekend.
Hey, I just streamed 2 games last time for the wild card round, but whatever.
Yeah.
Actually, no, we streamed 3. I forgot about that.
I joined for 2. Yep.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But that is it. That's all, y'all. We're done. We're out of here. Good night.